Hello everybody and welcome back. It's Asa the Greek, and today I want to talk about a theory that I assume a lot of people share, and that is that the students in Killcure Beautiful Vice are all frauds. Let's talk about it, while my chair creaks a lot. As we see during the prologue, once Biz announces the start of the killing game, he also reveals that all the students are now former Ultimates. According to the game's lore, there are two ways for an Ultimate to lose their title. If they are challenged by someone else and lose, or if the Academy finds evidence of someone unworthy receiving the title through not so legal ways. And it seems like a good amount of the students just might have done something along those lines. Naomi is the first one to react to the news, and she had already told us she bribed the Academy to get here. Kunitaro is also one who reacts to his news, making me believe that he also got his title in an illegitimate way. As for the rest, a lot of them appear to have received their titles very recently, specifically 3 months before the start of the school year. Now, I don't know how it works in this universe, but usually in DR, characters are Ultimates for a year or two, even more. That's literally why they're Ultimates, because they are so good at something from a very young age. Instead, this cast is around their 20s and just now got their titles, and most did 3 months ago. Suspicious much? I don't know. So, putting the obvious suspects behind, let's go through each cast member and see exactly what we know about their feats, or anything really that can show us if they are frauds or not. Hiroaki, our main guy himself, is the first person to admit he hasn't been an Ultimate for long. According to him, after a few months of being an Ultimate, he was invited to Bitokokawa in 2 weeks from now, meaning Hiroaki probably got his title 3 months ago. Considering how defensive he was when talking to Naomi, and how determined he was to become an Ultimate at the start of the game, he definitely pulled some strings to get here. There isn't anything that shows Maru isn't worthy of her title thus far, and while we don't know when Momoe got her title, let's be honest, she feels like the least qualified for such a title. Not only does she cower multiple times during the prologue, her accomplishments aren't really noteworthy. Kind of hard to believe she'd qualify to be an Ultimate with her saving stray cats and talking people out of bar fights. And as for Busho, the last member of the summer team, he admits to have members of the Academy as his clients, one of which asked him to apply. So it's very likely that member made sure Busho would join the Academy, which, sure, while it means he might be more worthy from the rest, it still doesn't mean he was up to the standards for Ultimates. The second team starts with Yato, the Ultimate Mayor of a small town for 2 years, and as for Fanfan, it does seem she has been a test subject ever since she was a teenager and has a whole charity organization for sick kids. Both are respectable achievements in their own right, that could award them these titles. If I had to make an assumption as to why they are frauds, maybe Yato was just a figurehead for the real mayor pulling the strings behind the scenes, and Fanfan's charity is a scam. As for Shoko, he is one of those 3-month Ultimates, so there's no need to say more. And lastly, Hide has very little screen time, so we can't know when she became an Ultimate or what her achievements are. Though if my theory about her being Cassandra is right, she could have the skills of an Ultimate and still be treated as a fraud, so who knows. Continuing with the third team, we start with Toya. Now, we don't know when she became an Ultimate, but we do know she got into an accident recently that caused her to lose her hearing. Now, if it was any other talent, I don't see how that would affect her. But considering Toya herself admits she performed on music speech, I find it hard to believe the Academy would invite her here as an Ultimate. Toya says she hasn't been performing since the incident, and that the Academy will teach her how to sense music vibrations. I don't know, this seems very far-fetched to me, and I wouldn't be surprised if she paid to get in or someone really liked her and wanted to make sure she gets some more money before she loses her title. Iki is next, and I gotta say, he's either delusional, LARPing, or just a straight up liar. He talks of tales of how he defeated great demons and monsters, but what does that have to do with fishing? It's kind of hard to count what his actual feats are, and even then, catching a rare fish wouldn't be enough to give you an Ultimate title. And speaking of Iki, his fan Manzo isn't all that great either. He admits straight up that he has no noteworthy achievements, as he just works at his stepmother's studio. While looking into the prologue, I couldn't find the specific dialogue, so I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he mentions at some point that he's been an Ultimate for 3 months as well. Which leaves only 3 students. For the last 3, I don't have much. Maybe I missed a line or two in the prologue, but there doesn't seem to be any indication of Oniji, Chikuma or Uta becoming ultimate through illegitimate ways. It's a bit of a reach, but a friend of mine did point out that Oniji apparently makes only the same style of suit. If you look at his VA reveal, he gets upset at someone calling his design similar. Now, whether that is canon or just the VA reveal, I don't know, but that's all I got for him. Additionally, since his family is rich, they could have pulled some strings and made him an ultimate. Again, there is a chance there was more info that I missed during the prologue, but that's all I could find when researching for this video, so let me know if I did miss something. Looking at all that, it does seem like our dear former ultimates deserve to be called former. The chances of them being frauds are pretty high. But that will be all for today. What do you think? Are they really frauds? Or is this some kind of trick from Biz? Let me know in the comments below, but until the next video, take care and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.